Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason here, Signature Esports, and a pleasure it is to have you here live and in charge for the Outcast Racing League this Sunday afternoon as we look to have a ton of fun. Daytona International Speedway is loud and friendly for you here, and we are looking forward to some great racing. Quick look at the starting grid for you. Nerds Doing Nerd Things, part of our caution sponsor, and of course the helicopter award. Really trying to work for everybody today. Well, hopefully it doesn't work for everybody. Hopefully everybody has a good time. Joshua Benton's going to be your pole sitter. Sean Langton, the outside pole sitter. We have Al Reed and Kevin Bullock in road number 2. Anthony Garland, Austin Shappy in road number 3. Jack Wyborn is going to be there with Stephen Parker Hamilton in road number 4. James Garland and Robert Twisku is going to be there in road number 5. Matt Redford and Seth French will make up row number 6. Josh Bromfield, Keith Fallon, Daniel Solo, Mike Durfee, Chris Muse is out there. Casey Deese, Mike Killingbeck, Gary Wright, then Jonas Gunderson. I'm going to do that again. I want to try not to do that this week. Joe Grijalva is out there as well. Road number 11, Tyler Humphrey and Joseph Slezik in that 24th spot. And then down to the last spot, Alaric Luethe. All of the drivers ready to go. We are excited. I'm excited. Hopefully you are as well, because Daytona, it can be fun. It can be tricky, but realistically, it is going to be a whole lot of speed. They are there. We are here. Full send. Green flag waves for 70 laps here at Daytona. Looked like he was off the track there for a little bit. Sean Langton's going to go ahead and take over the lead. Bolt's going to be right behind him. Good speed for the drivers so far as that turn 2 camera is a little loud for my ears, so apologies about that. Had to turn some stuff down there. Langton, Bullock, and then Benton. That's going to be your top 3. Al Reed's going to sit in line. Right behind is Anthony Garland. Top 5 looks to be that way. 3 to the high side. Looks like Benton maybe might be a little free inside that look right there. Wayne Garland taking the day off. Hopefully Wayne's having a good day. It looks like some drivers are off the track. Solo is going to be one of those. And down to the bottom, Austin Shappy is going to go straight to the outside. Bromfield was the driver you saw go through the grass, so he's going to have to get right back up to speed here as quickly as he can. Jonas Gunderson, another driver back here, trying to keep that draft in his zone. He's going to carry that 33 down the back straightaway. Whole lot of shaking going on, a whole lot of movement, and these cars can be a handful. At least they can feel that way. Al Reed and Anthony Garland pushing to the outside. Benton slides up in front of Al Reed. Al Reed's got his hands full here as everybody tries to lock in. Benton went for Al Reed's going around. Caution's going to come. Caution should have came out there. It did not. They were sideways and backwards here. And no caution as iRacing doesn't throw it here. A whole lot of drivers looking fast and friendly here as they move. And Kendra, think of it like out there, 3 of 70. Usually iRacing thrown cautions happen here. Didn't happen this time, so we will see. And keep making it work. Keep making it run. Good move for the drivers. Well, about 7 of them looking at the race, saying, "Hey, now we got to make some things go." Al Reed was behind the 69 there, and the way that it was looking, the way that it seemed like it was looking, some things were trying to work in their favor. I'm going to pull up some admin controls here, and I'm going to take a look and see what's going on with that one, folks. 701 Redford. I'm going to see if I can make sure that I have it up just in case something like that happens again, because it should have been a caution. 7 drivers outstretching their hands. Killingbeck trying to catch back up as well. There's a whole lot of people here now. We talk about separation. We talk about how these drivers are going to be able to try to make some things work for the long haul, and that is pretty much what we're seeing right now. There is Mike Killingbeck. He's driving the 70, no number on the Navy machine today, so we're looking right behind the Dirty Bird of Tuisku. Is going to have Keith Fallon right there in front of him. 3.7 seconds and kind of falling back. Al Reed and Anthony Garland, they're going to be working together. And the damage was kind of different there, but they're all going to be lined back up. Hopefully they're going to be able to start working together and catching back up. Something that happened with Josh Benton there. He slid up the racetrack, and they were trying to push, and the checkup kind of didn't work in their favor. That was a little scary. They went sideways. iRacing didn't throw the caution, so I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Who knows? Good to see you all. Thank you for tuning in. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. We're live on all 3 platforms. And Benton to the bottom lane. It's something you gotta consider with these cars is they sometimes feel free. You have to have a tighter steering ratio, and you can't really move around the racetrack a lot. If you do, somebody's going to take your spot, and if they do, it's cause for some issues. Because right now, Killingbeck and company 3.7 seconds back from Daniel Solo, and Tuisku right behind him. Keith Fallon and Al Reed and company, they're catching back up. Looks like there's a little 6-pack right here. They're 12 seconds off the pace of Sean Langton. So a different kind of race going on. 381.99. And some drivers up high there. Another 6-car pack back here, 7-car pack back here trying to pull the same thing. Here's Alaric Loethi in the number 10. He is leading the charge with this one, and they are catching Al Reed's pack, soaking up the draft right here. Is the number 10 Pennzoil Ford. Rules his corner quite nicely. Wayne, good to see you out there. Yeah, I would say so. I'm curious to why iRacing didn't throw the caution. He was sideways on the side. Either way, they got to race it out now. That's part of this one. And can these big fields catch up and get enough time? Because what we're going to be looking at is most definitely trying to see if the larger group right here can dwindle down some time to the big group. 4.7 seconds and kind of holding Al Reed and company 12 and a quarter seconds back from Sean Langton. Put that over there. Got to change some settings on the old YouTube. Make sure that we do that right now. There we go. Look at all the fine folks on Facebook as well. Now we have some drivers trying to work their way with this field. And possibly chances. Langton looking like he is going back a little bit here. He's behind the pack as they start to work together behind Solo. The 7 is, so the Toyota behind that Ford of the 00. Fantastic day, fantastic race. Daytona's a ton of fun. 10 of 70. They have 55% fuel in these vehicles, so there'll be chances for them to do some different things. Mark, thank you for the share out there. Appreciate you very much. Thank you for the like as well on the stream. Thank you to everybody doing what you do and being absolutely killer. Little iRacing. Gonna tag the game in the stream. Keep forgetting to do that. I want to make sure that I don't have anything messing up there. Thank you to all the folks on Twitch as well, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, as we continue to grow. I think that this race can go places. Kevin Bullock, your race leader. The 01 has Matt Redford behind. Seth French in the 54 rolling the corner as well. And biggest mover of the race looks to be Kellingbeck right now. And they are starting to catch a little bit of that backpack of Sean Langton. Robert Tuiscu might just need to get a little bit of that bumper-to-bumper action going on here. It's hard to push these cars. They have a tendency to want to roll free, and they look very, very loose. Anthony Garland behind Al Reed. This second group, 12.1 seconds back. They are trying to close the distance as they get out of the corner here. Catching just a little bit each time, not too much though. There's this little 3-pack right here, 5.6 seconds. Kevin Bullock rolling the corner. Right now, Al Reed trying to lead this group around and losing about a tenth a lap. Now that this big group is kind of forced to, ooh, somebody a little free right there. They've got to hold on to it. These cars look very dicey right now. Very hard to manage, hard to hold. Anthony Garland is a great pusher, and he is looking like he is having trouble lining up to the back bumper. The 99 of Christopher here, grabbing the Office Depot paint scheme, making sure that he's got his stuff unlocked. He's trying to push the air to the 81, not necessarily push him, but get up as close enough that that aero displacement happens on these cars. Huge runs for him. And interesting days. Re-download the paints. I want to make sure all the paints are uploaded because Sunday afternoons typically have a pattern for me and a problem. And number 3 has my face on it. It does. It does. Al Reed, solid dude. He runs my logo on his hood, and I appreciate that. He also has a couple of sponsors. What I like about Al Reed as well, if you look inside his cockpit of his car, and I try to notice this about all the folks. Al Reed's little one, or not little one, his missus is right there by his right hand. Al is from Leitrim, Ireland, and super awesome dude. We're right along with him. You hear this car and all that debris right there on the bottom of that car. He's getting shoved around this racetrack at a high rate of speed. Here's the speed right now, 183 for Al Reed. He is trying to get himself around here as fast as he can. Kevin Bullock, your race leader, 188. It just sounds like he has more going the right way, and that's probably just the difference in, oh, they're wrecking in front of him. Caution's going to come out here. And they're going to back it down. So that will happen as Al Reed rolls my corner. And a chance for the drivers to get some damage fixed. And we'll go and see what happened there. Thank you to everybody tuning in out there. Full send. All right, there. We're going to work themselves back around. We're going to empty that off. We're going to do that. Kevin Bullock's going to be your race leader. He's going to match up with the pace car here. The 01 has led the good significant amount of laps. Let's see what happened. Mike Kellingbeck involved here. Ooh, he is up there next to the wall. I think this is just where a shove went wrong out of the corner here. So let's back it up just a little bit more. They've made they were making the patience. They're trying to make up as much time, and sometimes it can get aggressive here. It wasn't like they were trying to be aggressive though. So let's pull my Barchet's camera? Question mark. There it is. Here's a look at Kellingbeck right here. Twisky just a little bit to the right side of that nose into the into that as ouch. Super speedway rolling. Oh, and then the 10 of Alaric Loathi assists the new damage model here. And I do believe Killingback could have been able to go to pits. Here's the 66 here. Alaric Loathi solo as well. I do believe Alaric, I don't know what he was seeing here. Let's go to his cockpit view. They were down low here. He went to go around. Caution had not come out yet. I'm not quite sure what was going on there. All right, so the way this works, there's Josh Benton's going to be your race leader now. He's yet to come to pit road. Matt Redford came in on 16, so Matt Redford's going to be here in second. The way this is going to work is they're actually going to shorten up the cautions. So they're going to have 2 laps of cautions here. So everybody's going to have to get in and out of pit road and do their thing. And then they are going to subtract a lap of caution. First caution of the race. It does happen on lap 15. And kind of insane to see. Lights are going to go off on the pace car. And yeah, this is the season. Hard racing from Tuisku, just a little bit to the right side of the bumper, and round goes Killingback. So that will be these drivers do. Killingback is looking for his car. So is the 33 of Gunnarsson. They're going to be a lap down. Green flag waves once again. Second caution happens. Something happened there. I'm not quite sure what it was. And we will look back here in the field. There's Joe Grijalva back here. Al Reed's working back around as well. Not quite sure. Maybe they had to... Maybe Daytona was a little fast for their shortened cautions. I'm not quite sure. Killingback should get the free pass here. Stephen Parker Hamilton try to catch back up to the field. Alaric Loathi try to do the same thing. Joseph Slezik and the one. There's Joe Grijalva, Al Reed trying to catch back up as well. These drivers just couldn't get lined back up. And that might be the reason for that. I think that is the reason for that. So they'll be able to try to make that work. Killingback and Gunnarsson are going to be 2 laps down. And I do believe Killingback should get the free pass here, as we will see. Making a Nerds Do Nerd Things, being my caution sponsor each and every race but one. And that's the Roasted Jim guys. They are on the other one. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Kind of like it. Tonight, new series coming at you. New but old series. We've got some folks that have been celebrating 20 years of sim racing, and they are going to be the fine folks that we bring back and have some fun with. That is going to be the No Toad Racing League. They'll be back tonight with some Xfinity Series racing. They're going to be at Talladega, so super speedway action twice this week, or twice today, and that's going to be a ton of fun to watch. They've already kind of gotten about 3 races in and enjoyed the time that they've been able to do that. 55% fuel for the drivers here means somewhere around, I was going to say Benton might want to come in and at least get fuel and have some folks come in with them. Mike Killingback should be looking for the lucky dog here, I do believe, and he should get it. Gunnarsson will be coming to pit road as well. Al Reed, an opportunity. I don't know that he got any of that, or had to get any of that damage repaired, or if he did get any of that damage repaired. If he used a fast repair, I'm not quite sure. Come on, car. I think he did. So some fuel for him. There he goes. Back getting a lap back. He's like, look, I got a full send this one. No shot for the lucky dog to come to pit road if this keeps the way it is. These lap times can be pretty long, but a shortened pit strategy kind of makes things interesting. Shortened pace laps, so to speak. So Al Reed to pit road, and once they do that too, I wonder if let's see what Killingbeck kind of gets around this racetrack. He's already in the front straightaway, trying to get into 1 and 2. Al Reed will no doubt look to leave pit road. I think Al went ahead and just was getting some repairs. I don't think that he actually took his fast repair. But I think he is just trying to make that car as fast as he can, and keeping up in the draft is going to be a big thing. All right, they're gonna work it here. The first race of the season, they did this strategy where they shortened up the cautions by a lap, but that was on Talladega, I do believe, or maybe it was Daytona. Either way, it worked before. This time, drivers were just off the pace, not able to restart with the group. And more than just 1 or 2 drivers, there was about 5 or 6 drivers trying to get themselves back in the mix. Seth French is going to be your race leader. Matt Redford, Daniel Solo, and Robert Tuiscu. Anthony Garland's going to be in that 6th spot. Sean Langton's up there as well. Sean Langton will restart on the outside of row number 2. As the 54 locks in the bottom lane, Matt Redford rolls his United Kingdom, his UK status, and says, "Hey, I'm gonna full send here in this Chevy." Matt Redford here to the outside lane. Good to see you all out there. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. French, Redford, Solo, Langton, then Tuiscu and Garland. Tuiscu, a great shover too. Just that last incident just seemed to be a little bit too much. A little bit too much for him. Pace cars in. And full send. Green flag waves. Seven. Ooh, caution back out again. James Garland, Jack Wyborn, Stephen Parker, Hamilton, Jonas, Gary Gunderson. Mike Killingbeck will be a recipient once again of a lucky dog here. As Joshua Benton involved as well. We'll take a look and see what happened here. Back to back to back cautions now is what you see these tires doing. Exactly that. Wonder if the restart is what did this. Let's take a look here. Whoa, big shoves coming. 33, 66, 37. They get all kind of kerbobbled here. We're gonna back this up just a little bit. Let's take a look the overhead view like we normally do. All right, here's what happened here. Oh, big checkup on the inside lane, and they were unable to avoid that. That's the accordion effect that you see with super speedways. 37 looks to be okay, just maybe a little bit of nose damage there. Let's see what happened with Mike here. Follow Mike Trefee here. He had to check. He had to whoa up as well. Here's a look. That was behind him. Let's see. That was a big whoa on the inside lane. Outside lane was able to go. Look at that big checkup. That was a good job by the 13 here. And slow on the inside. That's all it was. Big checkup. Huge. Little bump there. 13 did give the 60 a little bump there. And then behind him, that's where all the chaos happened. Where is that camera? Wrong one. Sorry, folks. Normally that's the rear view mirror. Holy cow. There it is. Yeah, there's a low. There. Let's do it this way. Watch this speed. They're going to getting up to speed. And you'll hear the engine let off. And then boom, boom, boom. Big checkup. Everybody goes to the outside. I mean, they tried to avoid it there, and it just didn't work out. There's Josh Benton. He's going to be there in 12th. He's your pole sitter. He's off 11 spots. Stephen Parker Hamilton, the 66, rolling back in the corner. He was in the chat last night. Hopefully he's having a fantastic day. Al Reed able to get himself in and off pit road. He's going to take a little bit of fuel. I still think he only took, I don't think he took the fast repair, so we'll see if anything happens. Swisky's going to be right behind him. Gary Wright, Mike Durfee, getting that nose attended to. He's got a little crinkle there. Maybe not. Solo and a 00. Kellingback should be back on the lead lap now, though. At least he was supposed to be. He was supposed to be your lucky dog there. Maybe Bullock. Bullock is off to the race surface. He's fallen, coming around. So Kellingback, I thought, was going to be the lucky dog there. He was the only one a lap down. Now, not so much. Light's going to be off on the pace car. They're going to hold true and keep rolling. Holy goodness. $25 of 70. About halfway through this one. Here's the Nerds Doing Nerd Things. I gotta play the commercial real quick.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join Nerds Doing Nerd Things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Love their stuff. Love it. We release a podcast every Friday morning. You can find them. I've got them on Spotify. That's where I tune in to those folks. Facebook page gives all the information as well. Nerds Doing Nerd Things. Indian T. Outcast Racing League. Ready to go. Third caution of the race. And it was only because they had some back-to-backs. And they're going to be able to roll here. Matt Redford to the outside. Langton right there. Casey D's. Casey D's to the outside. Redford's going to be right behind. Lyric Loathy there up there as well. 28 drops in behind the 71. And we are back to green flag racing here for the drivers as they come around the back straightaway. And they are looking mighty fine now. Everybody's all tightened back up. And you know that they want to have the green flag run to the end. At least another 10 or 15 laps. That's something that was great about these cars. Is they did run a good 15-lap segment. Even though they had that little bit of a hiccup in the very beginning, they were able to get themselves stretched back out. That backpack was starting to catch the second pack. Of course, there were more cars in line. Now that everybody's jumbled back up, we're going to see some side-by-side racing for a moment. Right now, Lyric Loathy going to the high side. That high line with Tyler Humphrey, they just kind of pulled around the 71 as if, oh, Josh, but he needs to go around. You don't want to pop the car off the wall. If you get into the wall, you kind of want to just hold on to it. 60 right there with the 62, or the 50. Is at the 50. Hold on. Yes, Gary Wright right there trying to avoid an issue there. He's able to slow up, get himself into that spot. So Benton, I tell you what, he just looks like he's free. And Josh is not one of those drivers that tends to look that way. And it makes me wonder if maybe the car didn't settle in with him. Stephen Parker Hamilton to the grass here as drivers go around to try to avoid. He's going to be back up in the mix as well. Some drivers rolling the corner. Right now, the 00 of Daniel Solo back here. He's had some connection issues going right there. The last driver here is going to try to push his teammate out there, maybe. Mike Killingbeck looking for a free pass as well. Whoa. Trying to figure out why they are wrecking each other, and now they are wrecking again. I don't understand. All right. We got the far chase here. This is Mike Killingbeck right here. He's coming around. He's twisting in front. That high line is the line that they're running. It just taps the wall. So the 47 of Grijalva goes to the inside. He tries to clear. Didn't mean to do that. 81 comes up. They kind of connect. Now they're free. Oof. 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 Killingbeck will be able to get himself back around. Benton's going to be there. Hopefully Killingbeck gets his lucky dog, because that would only make sense. But if not, Gunnarsson will be the same lap as he. Larry Cloethe, your race leader. Grijalva was just trying to get himself through the middle of that mess, and had the speed, thought he was clear. Maybe thought he was clear. Who knows from his point of view what he heard from his spotter. Killingbeck was trying to run up there and get himself taken care of. He's going to have some right side here. He's going to miss the lucky dog. But Gunnarsson will be, no doubt, getting that lucky dog position and possibly joining back. Yeah, he will. He should be, at least. Everybody else coming to pit road. Gunnarsson, don't come to pit road. You should have the lucky dog. You should have the lucky dog. You should have the lucky dog. Gives up the lucky dog. Larry Cloethe, he's going to be your race leader. Horse caution. George, thank you for being out there. How are you and the fam? Interesting race going on. 10, 94, 1, 3, 6, 45, 66, 54, 71, 47. They're all on pit road. Everybody else came in. Or all these drivers stayed out. Everybody else coming in. And the whole diddly-do. First 15 laps were caution-free. Not incident-free, but caution-free. And in the last 15 laps, we've had 4 cautions. And just got to get it rolling. They've got it in them. These cars are just looking like they're not settling in for them, but hey, who's to say it? Randy, thank you for the like. Much love to you, brother. How you doing? Dan's 89, 7 out there with a tier 1. Thank you very much for your second month in a row. Thank you very much. Thank you for the 2 months. You're amazing. All right, folks, they're going to get lined up. I am going to refill the old warm drink so that way my throat is all good to go. Thank you, Dan's. I appreciate you. Thank you for the sub. 7 is a great way to support the stream, and you can do it on Twitch and send stars on the old Facebook platform. You can donate through PayPal, Cash App, all that stuff. There's a way to donate on Twitch too. I don't push that stuff. Go buy a t-shirt. I want you wearing my gear. That's much better. Had to step away for a little longer than I needed to right there, folks. Sorry about that. Quick little caution that happened right after that. I was checking the feed here and wanted to make sure that I got back in here when I did. All right, so here's what happened here. This is lap 32, Gunderson. They got rolling here on the back straightaway. And let's take a look. And they were wrecking right in front of them. There's Benton right there as well. Oof. Back this up. We're going to take a more solid look right there. There's Al Reed. He had to come back to pit road as well. A little far chase view for you. And a look. There's Benton. Let's see. Oof. He checks up hard. Oh, to the 62. Oh. Like the 66. Stephen Parker Hamilton involved in that as well. Let's go back and take a look here. 71 was all over the back bumper, and the 45 of Austin Chappie was right there. Big checkup for you, and that's something that happened. We watched the accordion effect happen right there. Big checkup on the inside. Solo goes to the inside. 28 does as well. Ooh, 28 was trying to avoid the wreck and came back up the racetrack. And there's the 66. So a lot happened there. And unfortunate. Fifth caution of the race. Alaric Loathi, still your race leader. Good moments. Full send moments. Turn on Wyborn and Parker Hamilton. Thank you. Appreciate you, Dan Dans. He says, more than welcome. Love the stream. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being out there. I appreciate you subbing too. I like the subs. I like the folks that do that. It's not required. What is required is must like the stream. You must follow. No, you don't have to do that either. All right, some drivers off the lead lap. Things have changed quite a bit here. There is Wyborn. He's going to be in that 62. Grijalva is trying to line himself back up solo right here, and the 0037 rolls the back straightaway. He's going to be, or I'm sorry, in the front straightaway. He's going to be back here a little bit. The 37 to the 47. Everybody's trying to get themselves lined back up. And kind of the way things are going. And the way they're rolling. Austin Chappie here was just trying to check up. And he was trying to avoid the guy that was slowing down in front of him. Big checkups make for big moves that have to be made. And sudden moves on this racetrack. You know, we've come to notice that these cars can't really handle that as much as you'd like to see that. We watched it in the NASCAR Cup Series as well, how they've really tried to keep these cars as have as much downforce as possible. But even at Daytona, we watched the what was it, the 23 end up on his hood. These things can take off just like the F1 cars can. They fly up into the air and go upside down and get free. It just feels like just what it is. It feels like they're free. It looks like they're free. I don't know if it feels it itself. Josh Benton on the lead lap. Benton looking for some good retribution here. There's Wyborn here, the 62. He's going to be the first driver off the lead lap. Gunderson is off the lead lap as well. Bromfield back here. He's going to be, I believe he's going to be a lap down as well. Stephen Parker Hamilton on pit road. Look at pit road. It's going to be kind of blank for us there. Apologies about that. 1094. Through the gears. Green flag. All righty. Patience. Halfway through this one. Back straight away, and part of what we talk about with these drivers and these cars is you really have to get the tires up to temperature, and that includes super speedways. If you don't, it becomes an issue. 1094, good run so far. We're going to come around and complete this lap. I do believe everybody's going to be good to go. And right now, Grijalva to the backside. Ooh, a little dicey for the 99 down there, as patience is going to be a big factor. And moving Seth French in fourth. Grijalva to the high side. Got Al Reed right behind him. Turn 1 camera loud and proud here at Daytona International Speedway. Grijalva's going to the outside lane. They're going to be 3 wide on the back straightaway. Grijalva will be side by side with Al Reed. That is some moves back here. Grijalva swallows up some position. He's going to be right behind the 81. It does look like they're going to be just fine. Sometimes 3 wide can be dicey, and that's what happens. So Grijalva drops back to 12th. You start at the tail end of the field, has worked his way up there. Not necessarily something that you want to see out of that camp, but maybe some strategy here. 99, 5th spot. Right now, Al Reed working the outside. He's got Tuiscu behind. Robert Tuiscu having a great drive off once again. Alaric Oathi takes the high line away. And moving up the racetrack, trying to control it. Tyler Humphrey right there as well. Trying to control the outside lane and the speed of the drivers. That can cause more checkups and headaches than what you want. But that's how the old super speedway were driven. Right now, the 54 of French is going to pull that inside line with him. 99 is going to be right behind him. Austin Shappy getting a big old run there on the bottom. A look from the 45. 54 runs high. 99 is going to be low. 54 trying to carry everybody with him. 99 runs the inside. Austin Shappy is going to be able to carry this inside lane. He'll be in second behind the 99. Christopher having a good day in front of him as they work that speed again. Alaric Oathi still trying to run the outside as well. Little bump from Shappy. There he goes. Shappy doing his job there. As we see these drivers starting to work in their lines where they need to be. Grijalva 3 wide back here, kind of just stuck. He goes back to 2 wide now as he finds a hole. Seth French trying to lead from the outside. The 10 of Loathi right behind him. 94 of Humphrey there. The focus, the drive here is going to be who's going to make the move that's going to cause an issue, and that's starting to stack up. Outside line of Seth French. They are working much better now as the 54 and the 10 to the 94 roll together. The 99 doesn't have any help on the bottom side. And this is where you talk about a lot of super speedway rich drivers or enriched drivers. They talk about they can see the air. Well, you can pretty much see where they're trying to put the air. We'll take a look at corner entrance and exit when it comes to these drivers. You see the 54 and the 10 right there. Track's running a little hotter today as far as sound goes, so I'm kind of making sure that I mess with it here. 10 drops low. 94 kind of gave him a little bit of a bump there. 10 drops in. 54 is going to be left solid. 99 is going to be right there, so the 10 of the 99. Now you see how much speed. Oh, 47 to Grijalva going around. And my admin status is not working. There should have been a caution right there. Can't do anything with it. $10, 99, 54, 94. There's the 45 to the inside. Humphrey with Shappy, Slezik, Redford, Al Reed, Durfee, Solo. The 10 and the 99 working together. Garland and company has Kellingbeck right there. Mike Kellingbeck trying to rebound his spots as well. The 37 is going to be there. Oof, a little free off the corner. These cars just look very, very free. They are kind of dicey all over the place. 99 to the back bumper of the 10. Matt Redford in fifth here solidly. Humphrey drops down. The 94 makes a move to put himself behind the 62 here. 62 of Wyborn is going to be a lap down at the moment, but he's been able to get himself clear of all the mess. 43 of 70. No doubt, try to look at where he needs to be. They do have at least one more green flag pit stop coming their way. Can't make it on fuel. 55% fuel means so probably have to split this up around 17 or 18. Tuisku is going to be there on the bottom. Gets himself in the mix. 99 comes down, hits the yellow line. Al Reed working the high side with Josh Bromfield behind him. Bromfield is a lap down as well. He's your lucky dog right now. If this thing were to be what it is. Bromfield working with the 3 on the high side, the 10 and the 99 trying to work together. A little air pull from the 99 didn't work. As the 3 tries to carry the outstretched hand. 10 drops low to pit road. We're not 25 laps to go yet. I don't know that they're going to be able to still make it on fuel. Al Reed came in on 33, so he's about 12 laps on this cycle. But there's been some cautions in between all of that, so I think that was just for work on the vehicle. Didn't even get to take tires or anything like that. So there's Al Reed, Seth French, right in between them. The 12, who's a lap down, trying to work that car the best he can. Bromfield, great driver. We've all seen just what this racetrack's been doing here. Daytona Beach, Florida, absolutely an insane drivable track. Still fun. Here's the race day information for you. 2.5 mile track. The track temperature down to 89 degrees right now. The wind is kind of soft. Partly cloudy skies, so makes me think that the light fuel structure in these cars are starting to really play its own factor. 55% fuel does make for a lighter vehicle, but you know, it is what it is. 25 laps to go here in the Outcast Racing League. There's your top 5. And a whole lot of movement for these drivers. I think some drivers are going to come to pit road. They came out. The drivers who came out on 29, and I believe Seth French is still out there. He's going to be rolling right along with Al Reed. Maybe chances here for these drivers to try to find some pace. Durfee in third here, trying to catch back up to his compadres. There's Solo and Anthony Garland. Got Mike Kellingbecker right there with him. Kellingbeck in the Navy paint scheme right behind him. That does look like that is the number 50 of Gary Wright, who's in 6th. And there is James Garland there as well. He's in 22nd here, trying to help out, trying to push where he needs to. The 3 of Al Reed out front, though. 24 laps to go. Make it 23 this time by. It's hard not to want to be out front at a super speedway, but I don't want to be out front until I'm crossing the start-finish line. If 3 and 4 can work for me on the last turn, if I'm inside the top 5, I'm going to hold the bottom line and say full send. You can make moves that most drivers try to make the try to make 3 and 4 a high line exit, and that's where they make their last lap pass, which we've seen time and time again. Caution's going to come out here as Al Reed dips below some of these drivers to avoid the incident there. And now that the caution has done its thing, we'll see what happens. I do believe this was a case of the one. There's Sleazic right there. Let's see what's going on here. A little far chase. Somebody who came up the racetrack in front of him off of pit road. We'll see. Who's that? That is the 62. And the one gets his nose into him. Now, the 62 was trying to come up there. That's Wyborn right there. He was trying to come up the racetrack a little bit into the turn, but he did give the outside lane. He stayed low, and the one didn't know that until it was too late. And then the ouchies came, and the Band-Aids need to come out. And, Al Reed will look to come to pit road, I do believe, as these drivers meet up with the pace car. Bromfield should be your lucky dog. So he'll should get waved around on the front straightaway. So that'll put him on the lead lap. Good things for him. There he is. Lucky dog. Jonas is going to stay out for a free pass. Sean Langton comes to pit road. Wyborn is trying to catch back up with the field. Tuisku is going to be out here. Tuisku might be looking for a free pass here as well. He and Gunnarsson need a lap back. Rahalva off the racing surface now. I think he's out of the race. There's the one doing his thing. Matt Redford will come off of... actually, I think Redford's going to be race leader. He came to pit road on 46, so Al Reed on 49. It was right before the caution, so we should see the 33 get a free pass here. Jonas Gunnarsson should be right there in front of that driver. Well, at least I thought so. So if they are trying to shorten up the cautions, the folks that are looking for free passes aren't getting their free passes. That's something that I'm noticing here as Gunnarsson's now dropping to the back. I don't know. He was out in front of Matt Redford there by pace schedule. And curious right there. Curious on why Gunnarsson is not in front of these drivers. So I don't know. I don't know what's happening on the racetrack as far as the scoring goes. So it is what it is. It's the season. I don't. I think, Joe, good to see you out there. I don't think that that's good at all. I think that is that's never a good thing. I never like to see that from any league or any series. That's actually part of the first podcast that I'm going to be taking care of here. That we're going to do after the championship race of the Twisky's going to drop to the back. He's got to get low here. That's one of the things that I am going to see about doing. That's something I am going to talk about, like I said, after the championship race for Asphalt Outlaws Racing Series. Friday night's going to be a podcast night that we're going to be doing because I want to talk about everything racing and gaming related and just kind of everything that we see from the personal standpoint, and that is one of those things that I don't like seeing. I sure don't. You know, these cars are light. Mistakes have been made throughout. And, you know, you can go back and look at all of the entire session, and folks are just being dicey here. Super Speedway racing is absolutely a lot of fun. It can be a ton of fun, but we don't like to see those kinds of things. Of course, what I like to see is clean racing and competitive nature. This is racing, and people do get competitive, but it's never good. 71 of Matt Redford goes. 99 misses a gear, and he's gonna line himself back up. 45 of Shappy up the racetrack there. Just trying to climb up there with the 71. They cut the nose off the 99, and the 3 checks up. Outside lane. Huge gap there now as you take a look and see what happens. A lot of movers here. And the aggressive nature starting to stick in. Seth French there to the inside. He's going to have Solo right there behind him. Okay, now Daniel, he and his team have had a good series and a good start. Jonas Gunnarsson back here. He's trying to put himself into a lucky dog situation. He wants to be that lucky dog. He wants to ensure that that's exactly, if there's another wreck, he wants to be that guy that gets that free pass. I think something must have been upset with that scoring because that scoring didn't work out the way it is. Redford to the outside. Shappy's going to be with him, but the 54 Seth French might be able to make this inside line work. If he gets somebody on his back bumper to shove him the straight away, it's just fine. High line seems to be the faster line here for these drivers, and that's what we've seen. We've seen that not only here, but we've also said, 45, 71, 99. Al Reed says, I'm going to stay right here. Reed's going to have the 81 there. 99's free right there. You saw him, his car step sideways. Christopher trying to hold on here. Benton into the wall there. 69 trying to hold on to his car. Al Reed very capable of getting to the front here. We watched him do it earlier. And from the high side, you need some help. These drivers are not working together. Everybody's trying to work against each other here. 17 laps to go. (71.45). They're linked up into the turn 3 and 4. That was a good push from Shappy. Watch Shappy do that earlier. Get up to him. Right now, Al Reed, he is finally linked up with the 81. 81 pokes his nose out for that. Turns him. Caution will come out. Garland back here behind the 3. So Al Reed's running his line, and this is something I was talking about. You just gotta find your pace. There's Anthony Garland right here. Has a good exit with the 3. Needs to stay with him. Runs high, drops in, gets lower, gets him free into that. Then Benton checks up in front of him, and then the big one happens. And this is a lot of cars involved. Got to that left rear quarter panel of the 3. Got him into the 54. I believe that was the 54 Seth French here. He's going to send it to pit road that way. And that's where he is at. 71.45, 99.3, 00. Top 5 for the drivers. They are trying to make this work. Daniel Solo needs his teammate up there, and hopefully he's going to be able to do that. 46 is when the drivers came in. Sean Langton might actually, I don't know who your lucky dog. I don't know who the lucky dog is going to be, folks. I don't even know if we're going to get a lucky dog after that one because of the issues. Ooh, 28 needs new tires here. He's trying to back up into his pit stop. There he goes. All right. Hopefully that fixes that right side. Getting some of that damage repaired as they come around here. That's Casey Deese there in the 28, who has tried to do what he can here to make things as good as possible. Somebody's up to speed. So 7, Sean Langton will be your lucky dog here. So there you go. Thank you. Toyota, Sean in 10th. Gunnarsson still looking to be able to be back on the lead lap. Help his teammate there. So 10 drivers on the lead lap, 14 laps to go. And they'll have to line it back up. A whole lot of drivers on pit road now. As I kind of want to take a look at what pit lane looks like. There's all the drivers getting damage repaired and or out of the race. There's Benton right there. There is Anthony Garland behind the 66 as well. Stephen Parker Hamilton. Actually, Parker Hamilton, yeah, he's still on pit road. Sorry about that. James Garland, Mike Killingbeck, Tuisku Durfee, Seth French, Casey Deese back there as well. All those drivers trying to have a better day, have a better race. And now it's going to come down to the 10 that are out. Sean went ahead and came to pit road. So with 14, now 13 laps to go, he'll be good on fuel. Lights are going to go off on the pace car. They're going to go at it. And I'm going to close down a few things here because I can't use the admin controls for these guys. So all good. I was trying to throw a caution for them a couple of times there. I haven't been able to do that whenever the caution was missed. 'Tis the season though. These things happen. iRacing does throw cautions pretty decently, but I do believe that some of the cautions here might have had to been admin thrown cautions. So caution came out and they're going to go back to it. I'm going to take a vocal break and we'll come back to the Speedway Racing in just a moment. Stick around. They're going to have some fun. We're going to watch them. Redford trying to help the 45 of Shappy here. See the 00 kind of riding in his line right there. 11 laps to go. Al Reed back out front now as the 10's right there. So we're seeing some pace here. Let's see if it sticks around. Maybe they'll make their move. A couple of laps to go. We'll see. 10 laps to go here. Al Reed, Larrick Loathe, Bromfield there. Bromfield, you guys see your rearview mirror, but I don't know. I want Bromfield in front of me. Be able to push him around. Lathan the same. Redford in that 71 trying to hold on as well. Christopher in the 99 has had his up and down day. A lot of these drivers have an up and down day, but I tell you what, they're still here to work. Right there, the 33, he may be a lap down, but 99 up into the 45. And now they're going around. Caution's going to come out here as the 33 is up into the wall. 54 as well. The 50, Gary right up high, and just nothing seemingly wanting to go in the right direction here. And the 8th caution of the race comes out. This starts up here with Seth French. We're going to go far chase view here. There's a 00 to the outside. So Seth French is right there. Take a look. Solo to the bottom side. Seth French side drafting his way to the front. 99 comes up, gets into the 54. And that's what happens there. And the 54 just trying to keep it clean there. The 33 is up there. So Gunnarsson, who was looking for a lucky dog to help his teammate, now seemingly out of the race. So the caution will come out and they'll back up to the rest of the field. And Gunnarsson will be on pit road. 9 laps to go. And that is the story of the later part of this race. It's been unfortunate for him. Mike will be your lucky dog here, I do believe. So he'll have a chance to get back around. Full send moments for everybody. Turning into... At this particular point, I know the drivers are just trying to get themselves in the right situation here. Trying to find a good spot to be in. This one, just a little rough. And I know it tries the patience when you see a lot of cautions at super speedways, because one, the pace laps are long and grueling, and you have to sit there and think about what's going on, and so you kind of you fester in it a little bit. But realistically, just need to take your time, be patient. 50 of Gary Wright. Going to be one lap down now is the one of Joseph Slezik. He's going to be Slezik right there. It's going to be in 12th. Seth French on pit road now. Gunnarsson is as well. As a frustrating day for the drivers. Anthony Garland out there to complete some more laps. Casey Deese coming back around as well. Joshua Benton back out there. Wyborn off the track. Tuisku off the track. Killingbeck on pit road still. James Garland coming off pit road. Grijalva, of course, out of the race. Stephen Parker Hamilton on pit road. Keith Fallen, Kevin Bullock, all those drivers done. We're trying not to be done. Dang old dang race. That's what I'm calling this one. The dang old dang 500. Al Reed is your race leader, but Alaric Loathi has been fast on the outside. We're going to see somebody. Somebody's going to win this race. That is the end all to be all of this one. It is going to happen. Back straightaway, super hot. These drivers are just looking for the run to the end. Ooh, I'll read in and out there a little bit. All good, though. Bromfield, and that's the first time I think I've seen a blink, so I don't know. Daytona can be a handful. Can be a lot of fun. It can be a handful. Today is that day. Bromfield, Shappy, Redford, Solo, looking at Al Reed and Alaric Loathe, and saying, all right, it is time. 12, little bump there. Alaric trying to roll the bottom line closer to Al Reed. Through the gears they go. Green flag. Alaric Loathe trying to get the pass here on Al Reed early. There's the 66 on the bottom side. Bromfield to the back bumper. Sean Langton trying to go where he needs to finish this one. Austin Shappy to the high side. Solo cuts in front of some folks there. Holy cow. Almost hurting his chances there. Almost got himself turned. As Al Reed and Josh Bromfield hook up here at the front. Matt Redford's going to be right there. I'm wanting to ride right now. I'm not even wanting to push the pace. I want to ride for about 4 more laps, and then we'll be ready to go. Kevin had a duck. A wife was on hot water heater as spray. I saw the Discord message. You guys good? You had a fast hot rod. You did, brother. You did. We had that happen about 7-8 months ago, and we ended up getting a new hot water heater. Redford to the high side. The 10 of Loathe right there with him. Bromfield to the bottom with the 3. 71 trying to roll the corner with the 10. The 10 really trying to shove Redford here. You see he's hooked up on the high side. You can run the high side pretty much nose to bumper, bumper to nose, and they're about to, you feel it. You feel that they're about to wreck. 2 minutes. X is definitely going to be absolutely. Absolutely. Ours wasn't a 10-minute repair. Ours was, we had a defective, oh, man. They're turning. Oh, there they go. Caution. You could feel it. You could just feel it. And we will have natural green-white checkered here. Redford's going to be your race leader. Al Reed back here. This high line is just seems to be the right line here for these drivers. As Alaric Loathe and Matt Redford were able to be bumper to nose to bumper. Al Reed and Josh Bromfield did the best they could to hold on there, just not able to do so. To the inside lane. Take a look and see what happened here. Looks like Austin Shappy up here into the wall, and I think he was kind of helped there a little bit. He's trying to help the drivers in front of him. A little far chase here for him. 10 tries to work the outside. He has to check up a little bit there. The 99. That's what I'm talking about. About drivers. Ooh. About if something checks up or something happens to your car and you have to give up some time and some space. Well, that's exactly what happened to Shappy right there. He gave up some space and not to his own avail. He was trying to make sure that he checked up for the drivers in front of him. Didn't want to smash into him and wreck the 2 drivers in front of him. That's what caused that little bit of a delay. 99 takes his spot, and then he of course gets turned, and around he goes. And a natural green-white checkered coming up here. I do believe for these drivers, it's going to be interesting to see. Hopefully we can make it through one. If not, they've got another one lined up after that, so we shall see. attempts at a green white checkered to be exact, and actually this one will be an attempt at a green white checkered. This will be your first one, as Mike is going to come around. He's going to get a lap back. I think Mike's back on the lead lap. That's absolutely awesome. So Shappy's going to be on the lead lap as well. Austin Shappy went ahead and came to pit road. I believe he took his fast repair, went ahead and took tires, said, I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go? Because I'm ready to go. Hopefully you're ready to go. Low, let's go. Low, let's go. The spiciness is real. Daytona has been a lot of fun today. I'd say it's fun on my end because we got to see some really awesome wrecks, and I'm going to get some great footage for future videos. But I know that the patience and the tempers can be very, very, very high right now for these drivers. And we shall see. Matt Redford, Alaric Loathe, Al Reed, Josh Bromfield, Daniel Solo, Sean Langton, Wright, Muse, Humphrey, Shappy. That'll be your top 10. And then Mike's back on the lead lap, so he'll finish in 11th at minimum if he doesn't make a pass on somebody. And says, I'm full sent. And Joseph will be looking for lap, but he's 3 laps down. He's pretty much got that one solid. There's Casey Deese in front of him. Casey is good dude. Anthony Garland back out on the racetrack as well. 7 laps down. He and Casey are competing for 13th and 14th. Seth French off the racetrack. Gunnarsson on pit road. Joshua Benton still working as well. I was just trying to make sure they fixed it. All right. Al and Bromfield sitting in the best spots here. So is Daniel Solo in the 00. But this is going to be about the restart. The 3. Tell you what, Alaric Loathe and Redford look like they have something up their sleeves. And it's going to be interesting to see. So timing is the most important factor of this one. Folks, thank you to everybody out there, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. This is race 1 of 2 today for the Signature Esports platform. Tonight, the No Toad Racing League gets underway for the 4th race of their season. They're going to be at Talladega in the Xfinity Series. That's going to be a ton of fun to watch and be a part of. And it's good to see all those folks out there as well. Tomorrow night, IVRL. We're going to run Sonoma. That's going to be awesome. Looking forward to seeing some Road Series racing for those drivers. Tuesday night, I do believe the Goat Racing League is getting some more lanes passed. That's in the Truck Series. That's going to be a ton of fun. Wednesday, we will be off for some work. 71-10, but we might host another race like we did last week. And Redford up high. Al Reed needs a shove. Benton drops in front. I'm sorry, Bromfield drops in front. The 12 trying to, the 10 cuts the nose off. 7 goes to the high side. 99's there as well. 2 laps to go as they roll. 99 of Christopher trying to follow 00 up into the 99. They are door banging already. 71-10, 12 of Bromfield to the bottom. Langton to the high side. 28 of Casey Deese there to help. Al Reed behind in front of him. They need a white flag more than ever to make this race official. And that's what they're doing. Green flag to the end. That's exactly right. White flag waves. And now all the gloves are off. Al Reed, a big shove. The 10 going around. Big wreck. Loathe holding on. Bromfield trying to carry as well. Josh Bromfield and Al Reed. The race to the finish. Daniel Solo, Matt Redford trying to hold on as well. 71 goes to the outside. A 12 up high. Not going to be clear just yet. Al Reed to the bottom. Matt Redford right there. Move over, Miami. The lines have changed. Matt Redford from back to front Redford finishes in second. Al Reed third sideways. Daniel Solo will be third. Bromfield fourth. We'll talk to Matt Redford. He got that pass clean. Congratulations to Matt Redford. That was an insane finish. The Newcastle driver had a fantastic run there. And wow. Kind of a look at this one. Far chase. Solo was trying to go. The three of Al Reed's right there. 71 to the outside. The 00 drops below the yellow line there. That should be a DQ. He put his tires below the yellow line to try to pass him. He turns him. And everybody else is racing behind him. So I'll leave it up to the admins to figure that one out. We will talk to Matt Redford, who is your race winner today. He did it cleanly, too. That was a great, great drive for him. You don't drop below the yellow line to try to pass on the last lap, and that's what happened there. He had a run on him, and instead of going to the outside, he dropped below, put himself below the yellow. However, that is not up to me. That is up to those folks. So we'll wait for them. We'll talk to Matt Redford as soon as he is ready. Then again, I may be seeing it differently. Bromfield had a good run there. And, Al's ready to go. We'll talk to Al Reed. He finished second. He avoided that one. So we'll talk to Al Reed here, who finishes second. Congratulations on a P2 finish. You missed the big one right there at the end. Excuse me. And it seemed like today was just a rough day. You had a full send mode there at the very. It had it full sent right there at the end, and just some good driving seemed to be the way that it seemed. Good driving by Redford, put himself out front, and it seemed like that was where you were trying to be as well. Walk me through this one. This one had a lot of different portions to it.
Oh, Jesus. How are you keeping, Jason? How are you?
Oh, I tell you, this one was a rough one.
It was a doozy, wasn't it? It was a bit of a doozy.
It was a rough one. I'm not saying that these guys, like the league, has anything wrong or anything like that. I'm just saying today's race was just rough for the drivers, and we you could see that everybody wanted to get organized. I don't know if the cars weren't allowing you guys to get organized or what. I mean, it just was a different race today than what we've seen in the past out of Outcast. So, yeah, walk me through your race. You had a pretty much kind of an up and down day early on. Got caught up, and then into the second stint, it seemed like things were starting to work for you.
Yeah, got caught in something pretty early at the back, worked way to the front, and then just rough day in the office, I guess. Back, front. That's what I felt anyway. In practice, I was doing laps and I was kind of running around people seeing, who'd be, interested in kind of, drafting and working together. And people were just leaving me. And I was like, I don't know. Maybe I'm not liked. I don't know. I don't know who doesn't like an Irish guy. But no, it was good. Coming to the checkered, Brom pushed me, Josh Bromfield. Mm-hmm. He pushed me 2 laps prior. So I was like, I owe this guy a favor. So yeah, do you know what? I'll settle for P2, and I pushed him, and then the other 2 cars came up around, and they were lightning quick. They obviously had to run. I went to throw half a block. If I threw a full block, there could have been a wreck. I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to push Brom here, see what happens. Brom went for the block. That completely his move. I understand it completely where he's coming from. And then they got tangled up. And I saw out my left corner, because I'm in VR, and I saw out my left corner the cars kind of coming across to me. So I coming to the checkered line, I just shot my cars to the right, nearly into the wall to avoid them. But thankfully, I avoided most of it, but they must have clipped me in the back left and just sent me around. But look, that's racing.
It was, and today was, like I said, it seemed like it was a rough day at the office, but it seemed like it was a day to kind of get this one out of the system. Daytona is usually either really good or a ton of fun, or really bad and a ton of fun, or really bad and you see the tempers. I see the tempers, already out there in Discord, and this is not the typical style of race that we've come to notice here for the drivers here. But I mean, realistically, I can't. I'm not mad at the race by any means. I feel for the drivers. I feel for everybody. I feel what the track kind of put out there today. And Al, as always, it's always a pleasure, man. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. And yeah, I'm in P2. I mean, from an up and down day to a P2, I kind of like it.
Yeah, I think it was 18th at one stage.
Yeah.
So, that was fairly okay. Before I go, I was going to give a shout out to digitalmotorsports.com. They are amazing. They're an online retailer for sim racing hardware, so they allow me to have their logos and branding on my car, which is fantastic. And obviously to you, Jason, as well, you allow me to have your stuff on the car as well, which I run in public stuff as well as other leagues. So really, really happy with that. I like to run, stuff that means stuff to me and other people rather than just run a generic another driver's livery type of thing. So everything on my car means something to me, But
I like
thanks very much.
I like it when people point out my big faces on the hood of your car. It happens in chat. It happens out there, and you're not the first person to the people in chat are not the first people to be like, hey, I saw somebody with a big old your logo on a car, and I was like, it's probably Al Reed.
Probably it might be.
All right, buddy. All right, man. Well, we'll see you next Sunday, and congratulations on a P2. Let's get over to Matt and see how he liked his race.
All right, Jason. Talk soon. Thanks.
Always. That's Al Reed. He's the number 3. Solid dude. Really enjoy him. Matt Redford, though, is your race winner, and he did so with a clean pass that just looked good. You and the 10 seemed to be hooked up all day and trying to make this one work. Matt, congratulations on the race win here. I saw you guys were celebrating and chit-chatting, so I went ahead and talked to Al real quick. But walk me through the last 2 laps. We'll walk me through the green white checkered, because that was the move of the race, and you were able to carry good speed pretty much through every restart.
I don't really know, if I'm honest. My mind's just drawn a blank right now because I'm just so full of adrenaline.
Yeah.
Like I'm sweating like a madman. But it's with the super speedways, it's not so much like skill on the brakes and whatnot and careful on the acceleration. It mainly just choosing the right time. So I saw most of the time it's seeing which lane is the fastest, and then you got to be a bit dirty sometimes. Like the number 10, I was chatting with him in the post-race interview, and he apologized for the last lap. But his spotter said he was clear and he came down, but unfortunately I was still there, so I think the spotter was going to get fired.
Right.
And then I just managed to get a good run, and then I don't know, just seemed to work out in my favor.
Matt, you were able to make the outside. You and Alaric, the number 10, you both were able to make the high line work. It seemed like the high line was the fastest line tonight at Daytona, whereas we saw less and less side drafting and more. And I go back to the restarts here. Restarts seem to find huge checkups and the tires not being able to. We had a stint there for a little bit where 5 cautions came that. It just seemed like nobody could get rolling. Where do you have to kind of put your mindset whenever things like that kind of go bad? And I say bad. Everybody seems like they're having a bad day. What do you have to do to kind of shake that off to finish the race and win it?
Well, it helps if you've managed to save your fast repair. Like that entire race, I got into a couple bumps and scrapes, and there was one like decent sized wreck I got caught up in. But I decided not to use my fast repair for that one and just take the minute in optionals, and then that gets you going as well, because you think maybe you can, you're not so worried about getting caught up in another wreck, because you can, might be able to go in, get a fast repair. Like a couple of my teammates got screwed because they got caught up in a wreck earlier in the race, and then later on they got caught up in another wreck and they used their fast repair, so they had to sit in the pits and just get required. So you just have to think ahead. Like the term is like, you can't win a race on lap 1. It's a very common cliche in racing, and so there's no point being so aggressive in the in the early laps trying to get that lead. As long as you're in the lead pack, you're pretty spot on. You can just sit there and you can just sit in the draft. You can just maybe save some fuel. And then as long as you and, there was only one green pit stop and we all planned that quite well. Thankfully, a caution came out, so it was even better. But as long as you just think, this race isn't decided on this lap, just keep going. And even if you get caught up in a wreck, just see what you can do, see what positions you can climb, and then go from there.
It's one race at a time, one lap at a time. Matt, good advice to everybody. Congratulations on the race win here. I get to talk to you again, and it's always a pleasure. And it's Daytona. If anybody's upset about super speedway racing, then they have not been on iRacing very long. Matt, give you shout outs out there. Much love, brother.
Thank you very much. Shout out to the rest of the team as well. Crash Test Dummies, best team in the league. And shout out to number 10 as well. Mistakes happen. Sometimes it's not your fault. Sometimes it's the game's fault. But he helped me with the win as well, giving me a good tour. So cheers to this, fuck.
It was absolutely it was a great finish. You pulled the outside line move, and
oh my god, tell me about it.
You did that three. I talked about it earlier in the race about the 3 and 4 move, where I don't want to be the race leader with 2 to go. I want to be 3rd, 4th, 5th, because I'm going to set myself up for that move going to the outside at 3 or 4. Most of the time, though, if I'm 5th, I am holding the bottom line. I'm just going to keep myself there. I'm going to finish where I'm going to finish, because I don't want to wreck at the end. I don't want to be that guy. That's personally me, but most of what we see with good racing and good super speedway racing to come to the finish was exactly the move that you did, and it's the way it worked, man.
Yeah,
always a pleasure, man. We'll chat with you once again here pretty soon.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the broadcast.
Always, Matt Redford, your race winner, and does a fantastic job. What a good haul, solid, wholesome group of people we have here. I know that it's frustrating, and it's frustrating me, because I want to make sure that everybody gets, they get their I want them to get credit where credit's due. Am I frustrated for them? Yes. Am I frustrated at them? No. Don't be looking at this as a negative for any of these drivers, because I mean, realistically, we want to make sure that that when I'm saying, he got turned, or he went around or anything like that, that is only from my perspective, my point of view. When we go back and look at things, that is kind of the way it rolls. Matt Redford is going to be a race winner. Al Reed, 2nd. Daniel Solo, 3rd. Josh Bromfield, 4th. Christopher will finish in 5th. Humphrey, Langton, Durfee, Wright, Shappy, Loethy, Sleazic, Casey Deese, Anthony Garland, Josh Benton, Jonas Gunnarsson, Seth French, and Jack Wyborn in the number 62. They're going to finish in 18th. It was an interesting race. Let's take a look at the rest of the finishing position. I know the other guys are waiting for our after race talk. Robert Twisku, James Garland, Mike Hillingbeck, Joe Grijalva, Parker Hamilton, and Keith Fallon, Kevin Bullock. Those will be the guys right there. Much appreciation to them. That was interesting. It was an interesting race. Outcast Racing League gives itself a ton of fun. Let's talk to Shappy here. Shappy, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, hey, Jason. How you doing?
I saw you give some of the best bumps today. I wanted to, this is my Sunday afternoon after race, chill out and chat with the drivers after the fact. Walk me through your race today. I know today wasn't quite the race that we all hope for Daytona and especially for the league. But walk me through the ability to bump here, because it seemed like you had you and Alaric seemed to have the best ability to bump here. Let me bring Alaric up in here. Let's talk to Alaric as well. Because you guys had the best ability to bump here. Tell me, the folks. I've got Alaric Loethy and Austin Shappy in here with me. Guys, walk me through this. Walk me through bumping here at Daytona.
This race was up and down, all sorts of roller coaster events. But it really came down to just timing, getting that run coming off of turn 2, and then just staying in the throttle the whole way down, making sure that you're only bumping the guy who's in the lead of a pack. A lot of people get real antsy and want to pretend like they're driving a real race car and try to push a car into another car and stuff like that. And the way the field accordions when you do that, it just
Mm.
doesn't work.
Speaking of that,
there was a
we kind of watched that on restarts too. It seemed like some of the major accidents that we had where people were trying to avoid things were due to the accordion effect, and it was I mean when you guys go back and watch the race, you're going to see those kind of pointers being put out. Alaric, when you were on the restart, it seemed like the 10 you had some of the best shoves on restarts when it comes to being right there on the back bumper of somebody.
Well, yeah, that was mainly um, a great team effort with my team. They were telling me when to go, when to push, when to stay back. So yeah, it really wasn't me. It was more my team.
Well, also, even when your teammates weren't up there, it seemed like you were able to catch the people in the right spot. Yeah, you might have made the moves at the right time, but it seemed like between you two getting to the back bumper, it seemed like that was. I was thinking that the pushers were going to be the winners. You know what I mean in this situation. Right. And I was like, he's going to set him up. He's going to give him a good shove, and then he's going to go around him at the last lap. That's what I was seeing. Same with you, Austin. Toward about halfway through the race, it seemed like you guys were doing exactly what you were setting yourself up to. The first 15 laps, little shaky when it came to that first lap or two, being able to avoid the incident, and then running 15 laps green. Kind of set yourselves up for the confidence, and it seemed like that's where you guys were able to build that.
We got real lucky in the sense of like us with crash team dummies and stuff like that. We went for that green flag pit stop. I was about to run out of fuel, and when we came out, it was looking like we were all going to be about one lap short, and then the caution came out and really saved us. And we were able to just kind of coast and save as much as we could and just keep the track position as long as we could. At one point, when I got out in front, I thought I was going to be good and be able to make it all the way to the end, and just got caught up in a really, really unfortunate wreck in turn one.
Do it right.
Yeah. Twice I went right.
Yeah.
But I was just set to make sure that Matt and myself stayed out front and just making sure that we kept pushing. And at one point, Al Reed was behind me and he was like, "You're not going to leave me, right?" And I was like, "Dude, my teammate's next to me. I'm doing whatever I can."
Right.
And it just it really came down to just some really unfortunate cautions at the end. But it worked out for my team. That's all that matters. And I've had a real rough season this season. I was hoping to finish one under my own power, and I was able to this one, even though I had a wheel hanging off. But
Alaric, something that I noticed about these cars was that they seemed like they were very, very free. Like they were moving by themselves. I know that trying to tighten up the steering ratio and trying to figure these things out. Like Steven out there in the chat was talking about his teammate winning. The big congratulations for that as well. But when they're free, the being the pusher is one thing, but that guy behind you, trying to keep that perfect bubble to be able to make sure that you can continue to carry your speed. It seemed like that's where kind of the checkups happened and kind of where some miscommunication. We watched Al Reed go around a little bit with Anthony, kind of trying to get to that perfect spot and then misjudging that on one of the cautions. Is that where you have to kind of mind the bumper in front of you, or how did the car feel? Let's just start there. How did the car feel?
Yeah, the car definitely felt really loose in the draft, especially when you're starting to push somebody. It was very loose. It was very hard to stay behind them. Yeah, it almost felt like the wind, like the draft was not even working as a draft. It just felt like it was pushing you either left or right, especially in the turns. It was very hard to just stay straight.
Was it NASCAR 2004 loose, or was it?
I'm not quite sure because honestly, I've only been on iRacing and racing in general since December. So I'm slowly but surely trying to learn how to push, how to find that draft, and how to set up the car as well.
I can kind of speak to it a little bit in the sense of like part of the problem with these new cars compared to the last generation of cars was the fact that you had a little bit of ballast that you could move forward and backwards. And if you put that ballast really far in the front, you could really keep the nose down following someone and it helped keep you tight. But with these and the fact that, I mean, we run 60% or less fuel, that's going to free up the rear end a lot early on in the race.
It is definitely something, and we talk about these cars having separate, what is it? It's a transaxle, whatever it is, where it's separated. It's a separated front and rear where it drives itself kind of I don't know. The car kind of twists differently. It's not one solid frame. It's split up into two pieces. And they've tried to make that as real in this as possible, but I don't know. It really looked to the disadvantage of the super speedways for these cars that are supposed to have these high downforce packages and be able to snug to the pavement, and it just didn't seem like it was working today. But
yeah, it's weird sometimes, man. That's all I can really say.
I'm not mad. I got some great wrecks. I've got some good footage for promos and the helicopter award of the year award, and some good stuff. Alaric, I appreciate you. I kind of pulled you up here, kind of without some, without notice. I like having my after race guys that, like, if you jump up in the post race interview, I'm more than likely going to sit and chat with you. I know Chris is down there too. He was talking to me. He sent me a message about an elite save on the last lap. I kind of want to look at it. I mean, let's take a look and see what he did. There's Chris here.
I was getting so hopeful on that last lap because I had such a run going. I was like, screw it, I'm going 3 wide. It's coming to the one to go, you know?
Oh, he did save it. Holy cow. Here's a look at what Chris is talking about. Let's go far chase for him here. I know you guys, if you're not watching on the broadcast, you can't see it at the moment. Actually, I probably could just show you on our Discord channel here. Let's do this. Hey, drag Chris up here. I think he should be able to.
I don't think I have the ability to, but
see if he does. Let's see. Let's walk him through the old crap moment, because I think that's what's exactly going on there. Let's do it. Chris, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, let's talk about your old crap moment.
Yeah.
It's right here. I've got it kind of got it rolling here.
Yeah.
They're all going everywhere. There we go. All right, big moves. Whole lot of moves. Buckle up. Ow, ow. And
Yeah, that was definitely an oh crap moment.
that was a yeet moment.
Yep.
Alaric, that was where you were back here. Oh, you did have. Look at. I do like the new damage model for the look of the realism, but I don't like the damage model for the sake of the debris.
Yeah, I was real pushed around on those last 2 laps. If you look at like the green white checkered, I got bumped by Al. I got there was a few things that happened, but I was stuck in the 3 wide there for a while. But that save was that was an oh crap for sure.
Yeah, Alaric, you just your spotter needs to be fired.
Yeah, I thought he yelled clear, and I was like, okay, I'm trusting you. There's no way that you would tell me clear, but it happened.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, you were clear. I mean, technically, you were clear. Hold on.
it looks like just a matter of the fact that he was going around the longer portion of the track and he was clear for a second, but the inside being the shorter line, you know?
Yeah, right there. That's a skadoosh
Yep.
moment.
That's my fault.
Look at the
Inexperience.
new model right there. That's a pretty darn good looking model. Here, let's
Yeah, I like the way the fenders rip off and stuff like that. It looks real good.
Yeah,
Instead of just like crumpling up and staying there.
yeah, I'm waiting for the realistic flat tires. That's gonna be the next one.
Yeah.
So, but
Well, hopefully it's not as realistic as the cars are in real life right now, because then we'll be getting flats every lap,
or they'll fall off.
or they'll fall off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tires falling off. Did I pull everybody up? I didn't pull everybody. Matt's up here. All right, Matt. Everybody give Matt a congratulations here.
Good job, Matt.
Good
Good
job.
job, Matt.
Always.
Good win.
All
Thank you
right.
very much for.
All right, folks. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time. I appreciate all the cool stuff that you guys were able to do today. Everybody just it's super speedway racing. I think you guys can agree with me on that one. That Temper's it's racing. Everybody has a competitive nature, but super speedway racing is something that you should literally throw out the window. You're going 197 miles an hour in cars that are half the weight because of the fuel that is non-existent in this one with a set of circumstances that kind of showcase today that the cars are going to drive differently based on the circumstances. And like this one goes out the window. Like you should get it out the window, be mad, get it out of your system. But if you're quitting over a super speedway race, then that's not good. Don't quit. Don't quit because of a super speedway race.
Good show.
All right.
Yep.
Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Good.
Thank you. And you guys are more than welcome to join the after hours, after top 3 portion of this podcast afterwards. each and every race. It's the chance for the drivers to get for you drivers. I'm going to start making that kind of part of it without the cursing and without the ill will. If folks want to jump in here and say, hey, this is kind of where I feel and kind of how I see things, I think I'm going to start including that as part of the broadcast, because I think there's an opportunity. Talking to the top 3 is always fantastic. Congratulating them on the race wins, congratulating everybody on what they do, but a chance for those who finished 12th to say, hey, I had a fun race until this moment, and this moment may have been my fault, may have been somebody else's fault, but insight from everybody and having a little chit chat's not too bad, right?
Yeah, it was
It was
for a while there at 60 lap 60, a few laps before that, but we had Redford and Matt and Austin Chappie and me were all together down the inside line working as a team.
There was some good racing, and I say this, and I know it's kind of like my weird term, but I say you get cautions, and cautions happen, but when the racing's good, when the racing's going, the racing's good. And that is exactly, I know it's cliche to say, and it's weird, and it's kind of very off the cuff kind of a comment, but it's the truth. I mean, once you guys got rolling and you start seeing the outside line starting to form up, and I'm like, all right, that outside line is really, really fast here. It's a lot faster than the inside. As soon as the tires would drag the yellow line on the bottom, you could see the 3 or 4 mile an hour difference from the high line to the bottom line, and that really made a difference for the super speedway style. So, but anywho, gentlemen, have a great rest of your Sunday, or if
You
you're
as well, man.
if you're overseas, have a good night.
Yeah, I'm getting to bed.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's about your bedtime over there. We're pretty past it.
Yeah, it's currently 11:15, so
Yeah, I'd be in bed.
I'm gonna be awake for hours there, but
Yeah, my girlfriend's giving me the look that we got to cook dinner. So
Yeah, and I got to get ready for No Toad Racing League, so we're going to have some fun with that. Thank you, gentlemen. Congrats once again, Matt, on the race win here, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Absolutely.
yeah, we'll do.
Always the man, the myth, the legend. He wins it, and all these guys are absolutely fantastic. We'll see you folks in the next one. Much love.